All right, guys. Listen, obviously great win, great road win. Tremendous respect for this team here that we played. I think they're really good. They're well coached. They're talented. Juwan does a great job. It's a great road win. I think it was certainly a collective effort from a lot of guys. We responded from obviously a gut punch the other night, and responded like I felt like this team, and I didn't know if we'd win or not, but I knew that we would respond the right way because of the leadership of our group. I thought Kyle and EJ and Justin and Jamari really led this group the last couple of days. It's becoming a player-owned team, which is what you want, and I'm proud of them. Obviously, we have these guys again here on senior night. We'll need to be even better. We need to have a good couple of days of preparation for Minnesota.
EJ was very clear that he wanted to talk a lot about defense and playing with more play on that end.
Will somebody please, sorry to cut you off, will somebody outside of the people who follow our program, and you guys do, start talking about EJ as a player of the year in this league? He is deserving. He is deserving to be in that conversation as a player of the year. And I'm on him as much as everybody every day. But I don't hear his name mentioned. I don't know why I don't hear his name mentioned. Okay? Granted, we gotta keep winning, we gotta win more, whatever. But he's got to be mentioned in that conversation. The year he's had has been phenomenal. And to your point, he's getting better at leading on that end. And he's asking a lot of it's asking a lot of him. But he should just want to talk about defense because he was phenomenal on offense, but our team defense cut us off. But please, he's deserving of being in that conversation. His year's not over. He's got to keep working. But EJ Liddell is deserving to be in the conversation of player of the year in this league, as long as we keep doing well. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine. The way that he was able to impact the game at that end, obviously blocking shots, but it just seemed like as a team, you were allowing some dunks and layups early, but it got tighter as the game went on. How are you able to start affecting them with your defense, and how big was EJ as part of that?
Oh, I thought he had a couple tremendous blocks. I thought individually he got caught behind the post too much. I thought he got tired, and I probably should have pulled him out. But Cedric's plays were, I thought, in some ways the difference of the game. Charge he took, the 2 loose balls, the offensive pop he gave us. I thought he was tremendous. I thought Kyle was really good at battling, obviously a really talented player in Dickinson.
Along that line with Liddell, 5-point game with 3 minutes to go. They failed to get out on him in the corner. He makes a shot. Basically, you're in a really good spot after that. You're up 8. Is that the kind of play a player of the year makes it? I mean, that's the shot of the game in some regards.
Yeah. Well, we've been up 8 in the last couple of minutes before. So, as a coach, it's a long game from that point, Steve. But yes, that is a big time shot from a big time player. They were changing their defenses, Steve. So they have, they really. Bothered Purdue. Now they played them the second time in a week, but they really bothered them with their changing defenses. In that particular possession, Steve, they had changed their defense, and we were able to space them kind of with 5 out in the corner, and EJ made a big play.
He also talked about he's not used to getting that much one-on-one coverage. Yeah. How did you see a player like that, when he recognizes that is different than in a lot of games, how did you see him, I don't know if that changes the mentality, but how did you see him take advantage of this?
We were okay with him dribbling into post-ups. It's not always the prettiest offense when you're kind of dribbling into a post-up, but he's really good with that, Adam. And we felt like we were going to stick with his ability to kind of drive into a post-up. And we knew they would stay home. We've got a pretty good shooting team, so they were going to lock into Justin or lock into Malachi or lock into Cedric for sure. We knew that we knew going in that it would probably be single coverage with him because their length's really good.
Along those same lines, he's only shot 11 threes. That's the fewest of the entire season. I'm assuming assuming a little bit of that is by design, but how much game flow is that when you see a team, your guys, not your coaching staff, but your guys recognize, what they need to do to win a game?
Yeah.
Does that show a lot of maturity growth, or is that just the way the game plays?
No, I think a little bit of both. I think we took our team's best shot for most of the night. We talk about that a lot. TBS, or team's best shot. We want to be aggressive on attack. We shoot a lot of threes. We're fine shooting a lot of threes. But in this particular game, they extend and really prevent you from getting open threes.
And then for Cedric to do what he did, I know you've already touched on it a little bit, but how much does that kind of prove to you guys as a staff exactly what he is capable of? You got a month left. You're going to play 8 games in 19 days. You're going to need that kind of production.
Yeah.
What do you see out of him now?
He's got to keep doing that. He's not always going to have a game like this, but again, I thought his defense is the reason. And we had a shorter rotation tonight, so in some ways, maybe that helped him get in a little bit better rhythm. Maybe I got to look at that, shortening our rotation a little bit more. I don't know, but he was phenomenal.
Speaking of Eugene having out game time decision.
Yeah.
You've talked about wanting, you're disappointed in some of the stuff he's been through. To start him tonight and to play, especially defensively, as you talked about the way he did. What did you see out of him to put him in the starting lineup, and then how did you think he responded?
I'm just, I'm really proud of Gene's continued growth as a player. I think he's got a foot that's bothering him right now, but he fought through it. He needs to continue to fight through it because we need him. But I think he is important for this group. He's important for our program now and moving forward. And he's got an ever-evolving game. He's a bigger wing, which you need at this level. He's got versatility on both ends. So I was proud of him.
Speaking of Cedric, hitting a jumper, when he hits the jumper with 3.5 minutes to go, you're up 8. Do alarm bells come off? Go in your head knowing what happened on Wednesday, or what was that like?
Yeah, I was asked that question earlier. Not really. Listen, I've been doing this long enough. That games can turn, and people don't realize 3.5 minutes is a really long time. You're talking about as many as 8, 9 more possessions, 10 more possessions in a game. I think it's not always, maybe people from the outside don't always get that. But if you've been in the arena, you understand how long a college basketball game is at 3.5 to go.
You look at coming off Rutgers, your season in a lot of ways, if you don't win this game, I don't want to say you go into a tailspin, but how important is it to come out of here with a win, and now 6 of your last 8 are at home? I'm not saying you could take a deep breath or anything, but just psychologically, this has got to be a big lift after Wednesday night. Yeah, it is, Steve. And obviously, we're playing a great opponent who just came off a big win. I think they're really gifted. I've talked about, the job. I think, we've got great respect for Juwan and the job he does, and the players here. So I think that makes it, a good win. But listen, when we play them on senior night, we're gonna have to play well, and we're going to have to play well on Tuesday at home versus a good Minnesota team. So I think that's our focus right now, Steve, is getting ready, getting better through film on Sunday, getting ready on Sunday and Monday for a Minnesota team that, could certainly, is a good team, bottom line. So I don't think big picture right now, Steve, because it can get you, I know, again, fans are fans. I don't think big picture. I just think stay in the moment and stay working on getting better.
2 more, so over on the right. First, I guess when it comes to EJ and just what you're putting on him, whether it's minutes being played or whatever. Just how much are you going in with an idea of minute here, minute there, we're going to get him out, get him right back in at 9:30.
Yeah.
How do you play that out?
A lot, and you're probably happy you just missed my rant about EJ and him being Player of the Year, in the Player of the Year conversation and deserving of that. It is something I think about a lot. Can we get him a minute right before the media? Because we see it most in his defense, and we need him a lot defensively. But we see it as kind of effort plays and defense when he's really tired. And he has such a load offensively he carries for us. So I was aware of that late. I took him out late against Rutgers, and I'll be honest with you, I wish I would have subbed him better in the last 8 minutes because he got tired in that game. And I didn't think I subbed him as well as I needed to. And I was a little bit mindful of that. That's why I used the timeout when I did.
One more?
As you mentioned Kyle earlier, and I mean, you look at the box score, I haven't looked at it, I don't think he's going to jump off the box score in this game, but it was clear he was giving you some things that Kyle Young
Yes.
gives you. And I know his statistics haven't been what they normally are lately, but is he starting to get into something where, even if he's not giving you points, rebounds, whatever, he's giving you the effort plays that don't show up?
No doubt. I mean, we don't come close to winning a game tonight without Kyle. And I don't know what he scored. I don't know what his rebounds were. We don't come close. He battled a bigger guy, a really talented player. Deflected balls. Was able to switch some and change some shots with guards. Got some extra possessions. Fought like hell, like he normally does. You know, he's. You know, listen. You know, games. A lot of games matter to him. This one. But an Ohio kid, this one means a lot to him.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks, Chris.
all right, guys.